everybody, welcome to the BC Boutiques channel. This is Javi here. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a braided leather cord earrings. Exactly like these. Not exactly, I'm going to be using a cord end instead of wire. So, I'm going to show you that. And this is what we're going to be making. Exactly. And I did make a braided bracelet as well. I just wanted to show you that. But before we get started, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the BC Boutiques channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you can get our latest videos. So we need 3 of these leather cords. We need 3 of them to make this earring design. So we need 5.5 inches to do that. So I have my little ruler here, and I did cut maybe over 3.5. Yeah. Sorry, there you go. So we need 3 of those. We can get started here. And I did bring like a little clamp so I can clamp the ends, so when I'm braiding it, it doesn't just, it's harder to just hold it. So I'm just gonna squeeze it right at the end there. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more room there. Just give yourself some room in there. And then we're just gonna start braiding. So it should be like, see if I can push this over here and show you guys. I'm gonna place it like this. Okay, so that does not work really great. I have to have it laying flat down. There we go. And then we're just gonna braid it like you would braid somebody's hair. And then I'm gonna show you a couple other techniques I did to get this. It's kind of hard to match, the second earring, but I just lay it on top of each other so they can be exact match. So I'm just going to keep braiding this until I get to close to the very end. So we're just going to keep braiding the leather cord. And you can get all this stuff at bcboutiques.com. All this beautiful stuff. Oh, I kind of messed up at the end there. So I'm going to just leave this part right here not braided and just hold on to it. If you don't, you can use another part to crimp it. Now I am just giving it a little bit of stretch room here. See what I'm doing here? I'm just pushing it down. Pushing it down. So it can be a little bit wider. I don't want to make it too wide because I don't think I made this one really wide. So it just has to be enough. Usually this does it really good. And then the next step, all you have to do is curve it. So that looks pretty good there. So, but it has to be close to this. So I might have to just stretch it back just a smidgen there. There we go. That looks pretty close to this. Of course, I have more room on this one. Okay, I don't want to lose the form here. This is really tricky when it comes to losing the form, but it happens. So I'm going to see where I'm at here. I think that's pretty good right there. And I'm going to just flatten that a little bit here. Just flatten that a little bit here. And then I'm going to get my cord end ready here. And I'm just going to let go of the clamp here. And I got to make sure this is exactly the same size. I have to make this here. Wait, this is way bigger. So I'm going to have to, let's see. Let's stretch this out a little bit here. Here we go. It's trial and error. So we have to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit more off there. So then we can squish it here. I'm going to squish it a couple times here. I'm going to try to, there it goes. If you're hearing all that noise, it's because I'm in the office area. So I'm sorry for the noise. So I'm going to say that's pretty close to the same size here. Okay, so now we're going to get our cord end ready here. I'm just gonna squish the one side here. These are really hard to bend. Just gonna have this ready just like that. Sorry if I'm off frame, guys. I'm trying to keep it on here. It's a little hard. Little. So I'm just gonna try to get the same size here. Where I put it exactly. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna think it's pretty close to here. I'm just gonna squish it in there for the moment until I figure out I got the same exact size. So that looks pretty close. Don't you think? Looks pretty close to me. Okay, I'm trying to not lose that one end over here. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. I'm gonna just call it. That looks pretty close. Sometimes stuff don't come out right. I'll tell you that in a moment because I did make an error on the last one. So I bended that just a little bit so I can close it easily because this is a little bit tougher to bend. So I'm gonna see if I did that right there. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna start bending it. Oh, there we go. Started bending that right there. Oh, that was a little bit easier than I thought. Okay, before I go any further in bending, I'm going to just make sure they're exactly the same size, at least close to it. And I'm going to start bending this one in. And if you want as well, you see all these cord ends are in the way. You can go ahead and cut this before you even start bending if you want. I might do that with a couple, but I will show you the error I did just in a moment. I'm just going to start bending this one too because without losing its form. Yeah, I might have to push this other cords in here. Sorry if I'm out of frame, guys. I don't want to lose its shape. There we go. I'm going to just push it in with another plier. There's, for some weird reason, one escaped. One likes to escape every time. I'm going to push that pretty hard in there. I'm going to start bending this little cord end inside. Sorry. Okay, and I'm just going to start squishing it now. Woohoo! That one just still wants to escape, guys. I don't know what to say. Let me see if I can try to fix that. There we go. Hopefully got in here a little bit more. There we go. There we go.
You can do it!
Kind of went in there. I might have to take this off screen for a second just to make sure it got in there because I can't really see unless I'm up close to it. There we go. So just have something like that. And now I'm just going to continue closing this without squishing your fingers, of course. Got that pretty close here. There we go. Just fix it along the way. There we go. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Before I start cutting off all the ends of this cord, please be careful because this is what happened. I cut off this top part over here just by accident when I was cutting all these off. So make sure to take your time cutting that area so you're not, accidentally cutting the metal part off. If you have to, go ahead and bend it and cut it and then just trim it along the way. So that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to start trimming here, guys. Just trimming. And then you can keep squishing if you want. I think that's tight enough in there. I think so. Okay, I'm just going to start trimming. I'm going to start trimming all of the leather cord ends here. Hopefully I'm in frame, guys. Okay, so I cut the 3 in the back. Now I'm going to cut the 3 in the front. So I'm going to bend this before cutting it because I don't want to trim this by accident when I'm trimming this. Just like that. Just bend and trim, bend and trim. And if you still don't think that looks good, you can just keep trimming. There we go. The ones by the cordon are a little bit trickier to get. There we go. So it should look like that. Now you can go ahead and keep cutting, but don't get too close to cutting this by accident. I know that's my flaw. So I just like to trim a little bit more off. Just if you get close to that, try to avert yourself from going in that area. So I'm gonna just, oops, I'm kind of close there. Cutting it close, guys. Okay, so that looks pretty decent enough. Okay, and don't forget, it comes out of shape if you keep working at it. So I'm just gonna try to bend it a little bit there. Okay, that looks pretty nice right there. Now I'm just gonna get my ear wire here and then connect it. And that's all you have to do. So I'm just gonna do that. Just put that there and connect it. Didn't have to use no jump rings for this. So this is what your earring should look like. Of course, I added a charm on this one. You can go ahead and add a charm as well. That's no problem. And you could always make like another little loop at the bottom here. And here, if I zoom in, you can always add like a little jump ring or a charm at the bottom if you can. You could always add beads in here as well. No problem. Just have to have a big bead to fit that in there. So that works perfectly fine. So I hope you like this project. I hope you try it out. You can always use wire instead, whatever is easier. So I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the Beastie Boutiques channel for more. So have a wonderful day. Bye.